down just in time for the big game. Aditi Kinkhabwala reporting that Le'Veon Bell is in Pittsburgh and is expected to contact Steelers brass about taking a physical. Still no sign of him at the team facility, however, but we do have reports saying he is in Pittsburgh. Now, right before we came on the air at NFL Total Access, Le'Veon Bell tweeted this out. He actually tweeted these words upside down. We're just translating it so it's easier for you folks to read right now, as I will try and read it myself. Just about everybody has an opinion on my life and worried about what I'm doing. Don't judge me off my decision because maybe this isn't what you do. But most people don't take the time to simply read between the lines and that's clearly on them. I'm not going to apologize for what I believe is right for myself, family, and the rest of my peers, period. Also, if you're really finding the time to figure out what I'm saying, you've proved my point. As for his teammates, they're all focusing on their energies on beating the Panthers. Aditi Kinkhabwala from Pittsburgh.
The Steelers defense is definitely bowed up during this 4-game win streak. They haven't allowed more than 21 points in any of those games. But the Steelers know that this Panthers offense, led by offensive coordinator Norv Turner, is definitely the most dynamic since the one they saw week 2 against the Chiefs. In fact, linebacker TJ Watt told me it reminds him a lot of that Chiefs offense, just in the way there's an athletic quarterback who'll run by design, the way that there are so many different dynamic threats, and the way the whole field is used. Watt told me that on such a short week, the Steelers' keys will be to be fast, be physical, and not to confuse themselves. Now, of course, as Mike Tomlin said, the other guys only have 4 days too, and so therefore, he's not complaining.
Aditi, thank you. So 2 teams with strong winning records, 2 teams that are also on a roll coming in with win streaks. 4 straight for Pittsburgh, 3 straight for Carolina. Someone's streak will be snapped on Thursday night, barring a tie, of course. By the way, they've been blowing out teams as well, both of these teams. Looks like an even matchup on paper, but James Jones gave us the wow moment in our pre-production meeting because you say this is going to be a blowout.
I say it's going to be a blowout. Like my grandma used to tell me, they're going to beat the brakes off them. I think the Carolina Panthers are going to beat the brakes off the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Carolina's going to blow out Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
Carolina Panthers are going to beat the brakes off the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. Listen, they're playing great football right now. And the bright spot for the Pittsburgh Steelers is James Conner. And the bright spot for the Carolina Panthers is their defense and their linebackers, Kuechly and Thomas. And I think they are going to slow him down. I'm going on record saying that he probably won't have 50 yards rushing. They are going to slow him down. They are going to stop him. They diagnose plays so fast, these two right here. I want to say they both were Defensive Player of the Year at one point. They are ballers, and this defense is balling. But with that said, if Pittsburgh is going to compete, I think this is an Antonio Brown game. They are going to shut down the running game, and Antonio Brown hasn't been having the biggest games, yards-wise and touchdowns-wise. This is the game where he shows up with 150, 160, 2 touchdowns to get Pittsburgh to the win if it's going to happen for them. But I don't see that happen. I see Carolina Panthers running away with this.
Okay, if that happens, if the Steelers lose badly at home, and James Conner's held to like under 50 yards, and on Monday morning at the team facility, there's a knock on the door, and it's Lev Bell. Imagine the drama then. James, strong take right there. We'll find out tomorrow. Hey, by the way, notable injuries going into Week 10. Let's start with the Carolina Panthers. Eric Reed, the safety who had an interception last week for that Carolina defense, he is questionable for the game with a shoulder injury. Josh Allen, limited in practice with his elbow. Limited in practice was Lane Johnson for the Eagles' offensive line. He's got a knee. Ryan Tannehill listed as out.